Alright, I just got my special Chimpokemon game controller. So now we can finally play the Zeus console. Wow, look at how that, like, airbrushed, like, photo or whatever. Maybe that's not airbrush, maybe that's, like, total artwork. They couldn't really take a real picture of a real kid actually playing with this thing. Oh, wow. Bonus in Prime, Thomas and Friends DVD. Includes 3 DVDs. Aligned to educational standards, easy to set up and use, many bilingual activities, highly interactive programs, wireless. Oh wow, so this is a wireless controller. Wow, they were really ahead of the time. Wow, for ages 3 and 6, so I'm actually above the criteria, unfortunately. So this came out like 2006, ladies and gentlemen, from Funrise. Wow, Funrise from Van Nuys. And there's their phone number. I'm pretty sure that doesn't even work anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you call that, that'll be like some kind of sex hotline or something like that. So Zeus is compatible with most standard DVD players. Non-compatible players include those installed with computers, DivX-enabled DVD players, and models in which the manufacturer has deactivated form of... Okay, I'm trying to read this. And I got this off eBay for like literally less than like $25, which is like crazy. I mean, you know, compared to a lot of the other stuff. Wow, introducing Sandy Lane and Thomas and Friends. So yeah, I know a lot of you folks out there love you some Thomas the Tank Engine. I'm not insulting you, but I do figure that Thomas the Tank Engine is like a big, it was like a big hot ticket here for a lot of you viewers. So we're going to go through that Thomas the Tank Engine DVD, and we're also going to go through that Spider-Man DVD. As if I can get this thing to actually work. I honestly don't know how I'm going to get it to work. And I'm going to have to grab some scissors or something. So, okay, I'm going to make a jump cut here, so hold on a sec, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if the Zeus does its magic. Shit entertainment. How about that? Which I'm going to have to mute this part out anyways. One of the things I do love about Thomas the Tank Engine is I love the music of Thomas, like the background music and the instrumentals. That stuff I think is really amazing.
Here, just for you. Here. Yes. Thank you. Enjoy.
Where you can work, sing, and travel with Thomas and his friends on the railways of the island of Sun.
Well, they said singing, which, by the way, singing, ladies and gentlemen, is sort of a weird option because there's no microphone on here, so, I mean, how would it know if I'm singing or not?
Before we begin, let's learn to use the Zeus controller to do all.
I'm actually really surprised that this doesn't come with like a demo DVD to actually show you how to use the Zeus, but basically it seems like all these DVDs come with like an instructional sort of setup of how to, you know, operate the Zeus controller. You know, obviously as each game has like different inputs.
Press the next button. It's like turning the pages in a book.
By the way, you know, I know this is like an old device and all, but the what's weird is I'm pulling the button. There we go. It takes a while to actually register. There's a certain delay on it, which is really kind of annoying, actually.
He's the other engines, and he's always eager to show how useful he can be. Sometimes this gets him in trouble. He might go too fast, try to do too much, or do something without knowing how. But he always learns from his mistakes and works hard to fix them and be a really useful engine. You can learn more about Thomas. Press the green button for one of his proudest moments. Press the yellow button for one of his silliest moments. And press the blue button to hear Thomas's whistle. Press the next...
Weird if I hit the blue button. demands between the console and the device. Okay, well, we can do that again.
One of Thomas's proudest moments was when he helped repair the Sodor suspension bridge. He had to work very hard to keep the heavy bridge section steady.
I mean, there's really like nothing to this. I mean, I'm a little disappointed actually.
But so proud, he felt
you know,
like
I mean, like this isn't bad, but if you just have like a regular Thomas the Tank Engine DVD, it's like, that's it. And it doesn't even like, I'm gonna click it again, see if there's like a different story.
One of Thomas's proudest moments was when he helped repair the Sodor.
Let's see about the silliest moment of Thomas.
Collecting ingredients for ice cream. He wanted to take children to the seaside instead, and he was very impatient. When everything was all loaded, he was anxious to go, but the shunters hadn't released the brakes on the freight cars. Thomas didn't realize it and pulled as hard as he could. Chocolate powder flew everywhere.
And everybody got high, the end.
Terrible.
And that's the end of the story. No, that's sad. Thomas just felt terrible. I'm like, damn, like, yeah, like I feel terrible if there was, you know, if I ruined the ice cream day, like shit. Thomas ruined ice cream day, ladies and gentlemen. Too bad. If I hit the red.
And like
oh, just take you back to the story. So I guess it's just basically an engine roll call, ladies and gentlemen. An interactive engine roll call.
Thomas's best friends, and they enjoy.
I mean, do you really need to go through this? I mean, y'all know every Thomas character. There's Gordon. And there's no other interactivity besides that. I mean, you could hit like the repeat button.
Diesel was one of the first diesel engines to come to the island.
That's about it.
Emily recently arrived on the island of Sodor, but she's already fit.
I'm a little disappointed that they don't play like any of the songs or anything like that. Here's an opportunity to have like some of the music videos of Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, you could even do some of that. They don't even do that. A little disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. And I know that's like kind of annoying to complain about this thing, but the thing is, you might as well just have a Thomas the Tank Engine DVD. Or it's kind of like an interactive like website, I guess. And what I mean by that is like, you know how like you used to go to like an interactive website and they would have like, you know, things you can click on.
Where there are fun games for you to play. In Fast Track, you help put together an engine with its freight cars. Are you ready to play? If so, press the red button.
Alright, let's see what action-packed fun we have in Fast Track, ladies and gentlemen.
Your help is needed down at the rail yard.
You won't have much time to figure out each question, so answer as quickly as you can. Are you ready? Here we go. Choose the right answer. Take a good look, and then see if you remember what's behind each door. How many crates do you see?
Let's see. Shit.
That's not it.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, so I gotta pick again?
Take a good look.
They're gonna show it to me again.
See if you remember what's behind each door.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? How about now?
Alright.
How many crates do you use? You're right. There's only one crate. Are you ready for the next question?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. God, come on.
Take
shit.
a good look at these answers before they're covered up.
So I guess the idea is like they tell you, they give you the answer first, and then all of a sudden.
Can you remember where the 3 lanterns are?
Okay, well I will admit this is actually a little challenging, because you're kind of looking around. Oh, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Try another.
And this is kind of challenging. I mean, like you are having to look and find these photos, because the way, and honestly, I'm slow-minded, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all know. So as I'm looking at this, I'm looking at one photo and trying to analyze it because I don't know what question they're going to ask me next.
3 lanterns are?
So this is a little challenging. I'll give it this. It is. give it that.
choice. There are
But
3 lanterns.
I also feel like I'm not
Okay,
learning
let's
anything
get
from
on
this,
our way
ladies
to
and
the
gentlemen.
mail
Like
yard.
what? There's 3 lanterns. Yes, there's 3 lanterns. What are we gonna do with
You're
those 3
doing
lanterns?
very well.
What is Gordon going
Here's
to do
your
with those
first
3
mark.
lanterns? There's no real penalties either.
Which of these is the highest number?
Like actually, this part's easy because
That's right.
it's really
10
not as
is
hard
higher
as like
than
the
all
other one where it's like they
Now
don't tell
it's
you the
off to
question
the
first.
races.
But like I said, there is some challenge. I mean, but that's all I have to say about it. I mean, there's not much to say about this.
Where is the first letter of Gordon's name? You're right. Gordon does start with a G.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
what
let's
else is
go to
Gordon
the
going to
rail
start
yard.
with? Like, is Gordon going to start with a B? Like, wouldn't it be Gordon?
Thanks to you, all the
Or
cars
would
are
Gordon
assembled.
start with like a
Gordon's
K?
on his way.
Gordon?
You are fast, just like Gordon.
Just like Gordon. Yeah, I'm just like Gordon. Yeah, good luck, Gordon. Bye, Gordon. Bye. Deliver your
You've done a great job.
your
And if
whatever the fuck you're delivering.
There are 4 fun
All right,
things
let's go to
you can
Railway Adventures. Railway Adventures.
Welcome to the picture book.
Railway Adventures. Let's see. Come on. This has to be the meat and bones.
Our story is called Railway Adventures.
Yes, I already know what the story was called. That's why I clicked it. Damn. It's padding, ladies and
It's a
gentlemen.
beautiful
Very
spring day
condescending.
on the island of Soho.
Very condescending as
You might still see some snow on the ground, but the sun is shining and the birds are singing.
I mean, honestly, like
And
people say,
there are
well, it's
other
just for
sounds,
babies
too.
trucking, but babies
Press the
deserve
red
better,
button to
ladies
hear
and
them.
gentlemen.
Can you tell what they are?
But again,
Today. So,
it would have been nice.
and here comes one engine now. Why, it's Thomas. Say hello to Thomas, everybody.
Alright, let me see what happens. Because otherwise, I'm just putting another disc. It's kind of pointless to even have it be a picture book, ladies and gentlemen.
Thomas looks very busy.
But that's kind of all it is. Is like they just take like all these still shots.
Where do you think Thomas
of, like
is going
Thomas the
today?
Tank Engine. And they look just so awkward, ladies and gentlemen.
Shows Thomas.
Like without context, it looks like I'm just looking at some weird like
It looks like there's another
screenshots of
engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine and not really like a story.
Thomas puffs
You
up
know?
his steam and chops on. Goodbye, Emily.
I mean, maybe there's amusement for some people out there. You know, I'm pretty sure if you love Thomas the Tank Engine, you'll probably love this DVD. But I feel like there's, you know, just better. And stripped down and like unfun and boring. You know, I've spent like almost 30 minutes on this one disc, you know, trying to look for some entertainment value, and I'm not really getting that from this Thomas the Tank Engine thing.
Heading across the island
So
toward.
we're not gonna finish the whole story. I'm pretty sure this DVD is on like archive
What
or
would you
something
like
like
to do
that,
now?
you know. So don't get all in a fit if I'm not going through everything.
Welcome to the
All right,
Soho
well,
Sing-Along.
actually, what sucks is I
If you
can't
are
really
ready to
play any
do
of these
some
songs.
singing,
Most of the
you've
Thomas the
come to
Tank
the
Engine
right
songs
place.
are
What
copywritten.
song you want
We
to
play
sing?
engine roll call regardless because it's my favorite one. I think you can go back home. There we go. All right, I'm done with this, ladies and gentlemen. So that was Thomas and Friends. Very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I mean, look, I know it wasn't going to be like some fucking, like, goddamn, like, Uncharted with Thomas the Tank Engine. But they could have at least tried, you know? It's just really basic. I mean, honestly, it's just like, all they did was take an IP and basically said, well, fuck it. You know, Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, Thomas the goddamn Tank Engine. It's like, yay, boring. Boring game. Couldn't hold my attention. Anyways, we're gonna play that Spider-Man game, so hold on. Seizure warning on this one, ladies and gentlemen. It's really wonderful that they put a seizure on this disc. Shit. Made in Hong Kong. That's where this thing was made from. There's a kid on the back of this box here. This kid's supposed to be having fun. He don't look like he's having fun. He looks like he's just like, yay, I'm playing a video game, Mom. You know, shit. I'd rather let my baby play Grand Theft Auto or some shit like
Hey,
that.
kids, This is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and I've got some really good stuff.
You're supposed to learn math on this shit. I don't really know what math you're fucking learning. Like, I want some fucking Goodwill Hunting shit, god damn it. When I buy these DVDs, so some fucking, like, Beautiful Mind. So it seems like all these discs are laid out about the same, right? God damn it, you gotta love that seizure warning every time you fucking click the home button.
Hey kids, this is your friendly
Alright,
neighborhood
well,
Spider-Man.
actually this one has less selections than the Thomas the Tank Engine one. There's only 3 on this one. And multiple seizures. I mean, you just gotta love the fucking, like,
bad guys have taken
seizures.
over the city, and I need your help capturing them.
Alright, I'm gonna go for the super challenges, because that Thomas the Tank Engine game was a little challenging, so this Spider-Man game will probably... Yeah, fuck this DVD. DVD. Oh shit! I just threw it across. Oh, I didn't crack it. Oh jeez. Hold on. Oh jeez. I just want to make sure I didn't crack it. It doesn't matter. I already have a good copy of Shrek 2 on VHS. It's good. Okay, the DVD's still good. All right. All right. Just making sure. Alright, we gotta spin the wheel. We gotta spin the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it. Again, the delay on this sucks. I mean, also part of the problem is like the distance between the remote and the console is pretty lukewarm.
Alright,
Like
let's go grab a challenge.
like literally, like you can keep this shit like the remote in between the sensor of the DVD player has to be like almost like 12 inches away. Regardless what this bootleg turns out to be, it's Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which is like my second bootleg of this, and look at this shit right here. That is fucking disgusting right there. That is absolutely fucking nasty. Eel. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on a sec. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. There we go. Eel. Alright, now that we got that taken care of, anyways, here's the front cover. Continue menu. So, obviously the poster of the film. There's the disc, which is another plain white disc. So many of these are just plain white today, ladies and gentlemen. No effort has been put into the disc art. Except for the occasional when they write the film. Here's what the spine looks like. And it's the same font for Hey Arnold, which I think is pretty funny. That's what they use. And then this looks like the synopsis was taken from the actual film's website. Doesn't even have the full synopsis on it. Pretty amazing, actually.
Which piece is missing?
So regardless how crappy or whatever this bootleg...
Great job! You solved the puzzle!
Hey, we're really saving fucking Spider-Man, or we're really fucking helping Spider-Man catch those bad guys by playing, by spinning a wheel, and by solving a puzzle. I mean, I guess these bad guys set up the puzzles, right? Like Craven set up all these puzzles. Sinister Six, or like Spider-Man, you gotta like spin a wheel this time. If you want to save Mary Jane, you gotta fucking spin this wheel.
Here comes your challenge now.
God damn it. This game is still boring. I mean,
Well then, it's cursed. Well then, it's cursed. It's got damage.
a little more interesting, I guess, than that Thomas one. Somehow it's more easier than the Thomas the Tank Engine game. Like, I don't know how the hell that happened. It's kind of like repetitive too, having to spin the wheel. I mean, honestly, like, you know, we're gonna land the Spidey again. Yeah, we got Spider-Man again. gotta be a boring day at the Daily Bugle. Like fucking Jonah Jameson, he comes in and it's like fucking he's already shitting on Spider-Man pictures, and then fucking all of a sudden Spider-Man gets a shitty story.
Let's go grab
It's like the headline is like Spider-Man had to save the day by figuring out a backwards letter or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, that's fun.
Take a good look and remember what you see.
It's like, how are there less memory games on this one than the Thomas the Tank Engine one?
Where is the number 4?
And somehow I'm able to answer this one a lot more easy.
You remembered where to find the number 4. Good job. Now let's go find a bad guy. All right. Green Goblin is behind bars.
Yeah, I guess like they took his pumpkin bombs away when he went to jail. I mean, like, can't these people just break out of jail? You know, like, I mean, putting them in jail isn't really gonna do anything, Spidey. I mean, they're just gonna break out of jail anyways. Shit. How long before you figure out that Norman Osborn is fucking Green Goblin, and that Harry can fucking break him out of prison or whatever the fuck?
Challenge now.
God damn it, it's just so boring and repetitive. This is nothing. I'm sorry.
Ooh, not quite. We'll get him next time.
Wait, are there going to be stakes? We'll get them next time? Are there going to be stakes? Did I actually mess something up so I have to start over? Okay.
Well, there must be something.
What am I supposed to be answering? Ooh,
Not
come on.
quite. We'll get him next time.
We'll get them next time. Get what next time?
Come on, you can do it.
Oops. That's not it. That one got... Oh.
Hey, you know how to subtract. That's the right answer. Let's go add a bag.
And that's it. There's no real stakes either. I mean, like, you know, I thought I would have been penalized. Like, wouldn't it have been more fun if, like, you messed up and then they took one of the bad guys out and then you have to, like, answer it again? I know that would have probably made it more annoying, but that's what you call a game.
For your help, buddy. Nothing like catching a bunch of bad guys to make my day.
And they're gonna break out anyways and still destroy the city and take all the fucking science fiction shit, you know, whatever. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I'm being really shitty about it, but look, like fucking, you got a seizure, you know, there you go, you're fucking dead anyway. You know, that's as bad as that Pokemon episode with the fucking
This is pretty cool.
seizure in it.
Zeus controller lets you do all sorts of cool stuff on this DVD.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie, Spidey. How about, is that in the fucking Daily Bugle? Like fucking like Spidey's playing the zoos, like Peter Parker just like pictures of Spider-Man in the zoos. I'm a little disappointed, Spidey.
When you want to see
Shit,
what's
this
next.
is probably the weakest
Like
Spider-Man game I've ever
in a comic book.
played. Next up, next game we have on this fucking journey of mediocrity is Sandy Lane School. Wow, Sandy Lane School. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for what excitement this has to offer. Now, as far as I know, this isn't based on anything, but it says that it teaches alphabet, letter recognition, phonetics, writing, numbers, counting, color, shapes, and French. So you'll learn French from this. I mean, I spent like literally like 38 minutes on this console and then not really having fun. The fun element needs to be there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the intro.
It's a sunny day.
Some intro. I'm gonna click where the numbers are. I'm not falling for Toy Box because I'm pretty sure Toy Box is gonna be something uninteresting. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go right to the education, right to the maths, because math was never a strong suit of mine anyway. So.
red button to count these things.
Oh, wow. Wow.
1.
Oh, so you have to keep pressing the red button. Okay. So, it's not really much of a game as you just pressing a button.
3.
You know, I mean, this is what they call gameplay, ladies and gentlemen.
5.
Fun.
6.
Is it fun? Not really. You know, I mean, honestly, I have more fun with the fidget spinner or something like that.
1.
That's it. That's the game. Alright, that's enough of this one. There was nothing to it. Let's go back to that other math game or whatever. I mean, you're learning something, I guess. You're just counting objects that are already on the screen, which you can already count without even having the game talk to you. I mean, look, again, I'm not expecting, like, action. Maybe this could have been, like, a nice RPG. I mean, could you imagine, like, if Capcom made this or something like that, this game would have been pretty awesome. Remember for being an underrated gem.
Hi there. Press the red button.
Let's go to ABC. Let's go to ABC.
Press the red button if you'd like to play again. Press the home button if you'd like to do something else.
That sounded like so insensitive. Like, if you would like to do something else, like what? You don't want to play my game? I'm like, yeah.
Press the red button
game bored the
for all
shit
the
out of
letters
me.
on Alphabet Beach. Press the green button to play Sandcastle, where you nab letters
play
in a chart.
Sandcastle.
Press the
Let's see what
yellow button
Sandcastles
to
has
play
to go
mystery
for.
words. Press the blue
I mean,
button.
if you remember that
and have
SpongeBob
the
episode about sandcastles, then maybe we'll take a note from
Hold
that.
on, mi amigo.
Alright, I'm not going to answer this one.
Not the
I'm
letter
going to see if
B.
there's any stakes. There might be some stakes. There might be some stakes in this game.
Sorry, mi amigo. You weren't quick enough. Go on and try again.
Alright, let's see if I mess up on this one, if there's any
Not the
stakes.
letter U.
Let's see if there's any stakes. Let's see. Did part of my sandcastle go away after this?
Sorry, mi amigo. You weren't quick enough. Go on and try again.
Alright, I'm going to see if anything's going to
Not the
happen.
letter T.
Something has to happen after this one. This is the third time I'm not going to press it, so.
Sorry, mi amigo. You weren't quick enough. Go on and try again.
Well,
Not the letter R.
Sandcastle is fine.
Sweet.
You know, it didn't even
That's
matter if
the
I didn't
letter
click
R,
or not.
alright.
You see, like, it's just like, that's what happens with this.
Whoa.
Look, our sandcastle's perfectly
Now
fine,
that
ladies and
castle
gentlemen.
rules. I
It's
have
too
never
bad.
seen
I mean,
anything
you
like
have
it.
to have stakes in a
Let's
video
grab
game.
another letter.
You know, I hate to say it. I mean, a game wouldn't be fun if you couldn't lose in it or have to start over or whatever. You know, it's not even a matter of me being 29. It's a matter of this shit just sucked. I mean, you know, like I said, like there's just not enough effort into this.
Made a big.
And it's like, okay, this story is like very kind of, you know, sweet. It's a very cute story. I mean, I could give it this. The Sandy Lane thing is a little cute, but there isn't much to it. You know, this doesn't make me want to buy a Zoos. This doesn't make me want to play any other Zoos-related games. This is like something you play once and you never play ever again.
But he was still sad.
He is depression, Paco. Yeah, Paco is fucking depression or some shit like that. He wants to go to the fucking beach and fucking be like Leonardo DiCaprio. You fucking watch that movie on HBO, fucking with Leonardo DiCaprio, or Leonardo DiCaprio's in the fucking woods and he gets high and he thinks he's in a fucking video game. That video game in that movie is way more fucking interesting than this video game. If I was stuck in this video game, I'd be fucking sad. I know, like, so it's stupid to get mad over this shit, but dude, it's just like I'm wasting my time with this.
Story. Layla asked Paco to play bubbles with her.
And the interactivity is very limited. You know, it really is just pressing buttons. You know, there's not much fun to it, and because there's a delay when like you hit a DVD chapter or hit a DVD selection, it just makes the gameplay way more slower than it needs to be. You know, and maybe that's just my DVD player, maybe other DVD players, and the more top-of-the-line DVD players, as they say, probably have better interactivity than the Zoos, you know? I mean, look at this. Like, the background is so basic. You know, nothing about the art here is really that amusing. You know, it's just really bland. Like, this just looks like it's unfinished renders that they have these characters walking behind. You know, they're not even, like, animated. At least, like, animate them. You know? Like, try some animation. You know? But you don't even get that with the movies. Even that Spider-Man game, that shit don't got no fucking animation in it. Except for when the wheel spins, you know? But you don't see fucking Spider-Man web slinging. And trust me, the story don't have any real interactivity in it. Shit's, like, boring. Oh, they're playing hide and seek.
Like I said, she is a fixer-upper.
That's cute.
This contractor in these parts, this gentleman.
Paco giggled, but he
Yeah,
was still
Paco's depression, ladies and gentlemen. Take some fucking depression medicine. This is like a fucking self-help fucking goddamn, like, book or something.
This is the best day ever.
It's like, shit, if you're gonna fucking kill yourself, it's like, you're gonna kill yourself because your fucking parents got you a fucking Zeus for your fucking Christmas and birthday instead of a fucking PlayStation or a real fucking game console. They got you this shit. They're like, oh, it's gonna be fun and educational. And it's like, well, it's not really that educational. I mean, honestly, it's more educational actually trying to read a fucking book. Or actually playing a drum. You know? There's not much to the Jean-Claude character. I mean, here's what I mean. You look at this, right, and they could at least do something with the background. It's just standing in white, you know?
Phoebe started to dance to the beat of Jean-Claude's drum.
Like, I don't care if this is for babies. Like, babies deserve better than this. If I had a baby, they'd be playing like Game Boy or something, or like fucking Nintendo Switch. They wouldn't be playing this. Not that you really want your baby playing a video game in the first place. I mean, I don't like that whole idea of letting babies play with like phones and tablets and stuff. I think that's really damning to like their mental capabilities. You know, because they don't know what the hell it is. I mean, you need to let your kids like actually go out and do things and, you know, be with other babies and parents that are responsible for their kids. Don't fucking park them in front of a fucking TV. You know, what do you expect from that? That's not, you know, educational.
Sad Paco joined the game.
You know, TV's not, like, TV is educational, can be educational, but also it can be damning in a lot of ways. And this is just so nothing. I mean, like, you know, could have done a little more with it. Maybe there's some appeal to this, I guess, that I just don't understand.
Bothering him, you can leave him alone for 5
Alright, so I'm going to show you a cool trick with this is. So, I have this DVD of The Distinguished Gentleman here. Alright, so here's what you want to do. If all you do is hit this arrow button here, or not even the arrow button, so you can just hit the arrow button and it'll just go there. So, okay, so it does that. Go to chapters list. And then if I go there, look, it's already at your favorite part of The Distinguished Gentleman, ladies and gentlemen, just by hitting the Zeus button. I can't even go back. Alright, well I have to use my regular remote to go back on this one. Let's see, DVD menu. Alright. Alright, so there's one. Okay, well that doesn't do anything. Well, I could go back to the home page. Okay, well if I click home then it starts the movie. Okay, so if I click the blue, then it doesn't do anything. I can click 7. Let's see, green. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so that part still works. Alright, well then that just plays the trailer. See, the thing is like, okay, so it's obviously not programmed to work with a real DVD. But, you know, if you absolutely wanted to, I guess you can kind of use this as a DVD player if you, like, configure it and shit. But you know, I really don't have the patience to do that. I mean, honestly, besides, you know, those DVDs, I really don't have much usage for the Zeus player, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the Zeus player is just an incredibly mediocre and bare bones. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the Zeus player is basically just a very bare bones and incredibly mediocre device for children. This came out in 2006. Like, you know, it's not that it's educational that's the problem. The problem is I didn't really learn anything or really benefit anything from using this device. You know, interactivity, ladies and gentlemen, for me really needs to come from experience. So if I'm not having any fun with something like this, and it sort of has, like, you know, IP like Spider-Man and Thomas the Tank Engine, and there's no fun to be had, and I know where to get fun from both of these franchises, and if fun doesn't translate into this, then that's not good. Like I said, interactivity, I think, really is built around experience. And, you know, the lack of interactivity or fun I had on this really sort of sums up my whole opinion on it. I mean, like, even the educational value I think is incredibly limited. You probably have more fun just counting like cotton swabs or something like that. You know, there's a lot more fun and engaging ways to find educational or to educate your children out there, and this is not the way to go. I just wouldn't recommend it. I mean, if you want to buy one of these things, it's on eBay. It's only like $24. It comes with like 3 DVDs. I know there were some other ones that they released, but overall, there's just really not much to say about it. I mean, like, this video feels like a fluke more than anything. So I'll tell you what, you know what? I'm going to talk about 2025 movies, all right? Because I saw probably the greatest movie of 2025. And no, it's not Marty Supreme. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're watching this Baby Huey cartoon. Yeah, some good old Baby Huey. Isn't that marvelous, ladies and gentlemen? Just look at this. You know? Yeah, some good old Baby Huey. Oh, wait, that's not Baby Huey. Oh God, no. No, not again. Some more PBS Kids garbage to review. I actually have very low expectations for this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, Splash and Bubbles clearly doesn't come on PBS Kids anymore, so this is some old device. And look at this. This is brand new, but the box has already been chewed up. So it's been sitting around somebody's house or whatever. I'm shooting this on my phone today and not my camera. That's why everything looks all brighter. You know, that's why everything. Oh, wow, on the go. Just like the PBS Kids DVD player. Wheels really roll. Okay, so that's one added benefit it has. It comes with a remote. Wow, 100+ hours of videos, sing-alongs, exclusive games, and much more. So we got videos, we got sing-alongs, and we have interactive games. Wow. Oh, Fetch with Rough Man. You guys remember that? You guys remember that show? Wow. Wow. Okay, so I'll be honest, I'm not going to harp on this too much, and I don't really want to harp on this too much, because PBS Kids, is, if you guys already didn't know, is under some real dire straits right now. So I don't really want to go in and start, you know, knocking on this thing too much, just because it's not fair to PBS or, you know, anybody who actually put this out. And who knows, I mean, the PBS Kids DVD player is pretty beloved at this moment in time here on Trevin Reed. You know, I'm going to go ahead and rip the box just because I don't have any use for the box after this is over, unfortunately. That's great. There we go. Just going to go ahead and rip the box open. Okay, so HDMI port. And, okay, well, I guess this is the specific HDMI that the console actually uses. You just gotta have one of these. Every time you get like a streaming device, I mean, you'll be lucky enough to have, like, you know, the thing charge, or you'll be lucky enough to just use the USB and not have to use this adapter here. You know, your TV or monitor, whatever it is, actually plugs in by itself. Now this is pretty awesome right here. This looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, the design of this is pretty cool. The design of this is not that bad. I don't like how this sticks out though. This, actually, I would recommend a better design is to actually have this, what do you call it? Like just, you know, being able to have the ability to push it in, because it's sticking out like that just really defeats the purpose. I mean, it's almost like you can cut it off or something, but not really. But it does roll. So the actual design of the device isn't bad. And what's weird is it comes with an SD card slot. I don't know what that's for. That's weird that it comes with an SD card slot. And here's the remote. Oh great, it doesn't have any batteries. Oh no, it does have batteries. Batteries are already in here. They're probably dead by now. Hopefully they don't have corrosion, because that would really be unfortunate if the batteries have corrosion. Okay, so the looks don't look too bad. You know, you got like your HDMI here, and I guess this adapter practically plugs into the HDMI back here of such. That's what I'm assuming. I'll figure this out. All right, there we go. Yes, we did it. Starting up. Still starting up.
But, you know the deal here. Just keep it back. Good boys.
Yep, like it says, it has the bonus features. Yep. But let's see what the quality looks like on this one. So it's got setup. Okay, so you can actually put Dolby Digital. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh wow, it's got a big old chapter selection. That's pretty awesome. Look, I got the fun side. Piranha Plant. You know, you got Little Princess. I have Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive here. Actually, the quality on this bootleg isn't too bad. I don't know if this came out before the Vestron release. I'm only assuming it did. But the quality looks pretty decent on this bootleg. You know, this wasn't a half bad HD master, I guess. I don't know how this stacks up with the Vestron release, if it's like inferior to that one, or that one's, you know, a little bit better or worse as far as the picture quality. But I'm kind of impressed with this bootleg Blu-ray, actually, as far as the picture quality is concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, and that actress voices Lisa Simpson, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the beloved Miller Adams is back alongside with Piranha Plant, because we have a Paramount Pictures Happy Madison film. We are going to watch The Longest Yard, yes, on bootleg DVD, ladies and gentlemen, the remake of The Longest Yard. Either way, they both star Burt Reynolds, so we're getting some Burt Reynolds here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're going to watch this bootleg on the ONN, and then we're going to watch the original version, or not the original version, but the legal version on this thing, the Cubby, ladies and gentlemen, to compare side by side bootleg DVD. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, comparing these two bootlegs is kind of just really pointless. It's almost more or less comparing the two devices, which isn't even fair, because the Cubby looks better because this is a better source than this. The colors here are incredibly washed out on this bootleg DVD. The audio is actually pretty decent on this bootleg DVD. You can actually make out the audio and the dialogue and such with this bootleg. There really isn't much to say about it, honestly, besides that point as I'm going through it. Q mark time. You see the Q mark right there? There's another one coming up right here.
Well, tell Ronnie you got knocked the fuck out.
Incredible. Well, they put House of Wax at the end of this bootleg. They just put the end of House of Wax at the end of that. Oh, that's crazy. And now we get the trailers, ladies and gentlemen. And when the credits to The Longest Yard on this thing, gotta love it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's just continue on with more bootlegs. Next we have I Think I Love My Wife, which is a Chris Rock film that he directed from 2007. Alright, let's go over this. Oh wow, and that's what the disc looks like. Wow, I think I love my art. So this clearly has to be shot in the theaters, ladies and gentlemen. This clearly is a theatrical rip of this film. This has to be. But anyways, let's go ahead and just look at like the rest of this case here. So right there we have the spine, which is doesn't really have much going on. And here's the back here. And then down here are the credits and information from Little Man. Remember that one? I'm pretty sure y'all remember that one, ladies and gentlemen. That was another one I actually saw in the theaters. But anyways, let's go ahead and let's watch this sucker on the Wanny. Let's see what kind of menu we get, ladies and gentlemen. It has to be glorious. Oh, we don't even have a menu on this one. It just goes right to the movie. It took me a while, but I actually wanted to freeze frame this part right here of the bootleg. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like there's like a tear into like the film. You can't really see it that good here on the Wanny, but you could clearly see that right there. It almost looks like when you have like a VHS in, like, and the VHS has like the white snow in the beginning or the deterioration. But that's what it kind of looks like. It's almost jarring to see something like that on this bootleg DVD. You know, it looks like the film was like probably cut there at one point. Pretty impressive, actually.
You know what? I'm lost. I can't wait it. I can't wait it. Where are you going? Let's get some stuff.
Yeah, I know what's.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that this bootleg doesn't have much for audience reactions, ladies and gentlemen. And if they do, they're very faint, ladies and gentlemen. Like, very faint.
The chronicle of mankind is incomplete without the mention of certain.
I don't know if you could hear it, but they're very faint.
That's right, my child.
Just like a cough. Like, that should have been like a big laugh right there.
Where are you going? Let's get some stuff.
Everybody in the world knows what
Unless if that's just the sound of him walking away. I mean, other than that, I mean, on the Wanny, you can't pick it up very well from the camera, but the colors are okay. I mean, it's a relatively watchable bootleg of this film. Actually, there really isn't much to say about it. This is kind of just a very, very standard bootleg shot in the theaters, ladies and gentlemen. I almost expected a lot more from this, I hate to tell you. Yep, and that was the end of this bootleg. Ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty standard. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Adams. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and watch this bootleg, or look at this bootleg of Evan Almighty. I almost feel like this is almost going to be the same as that last bootleg I had, where it was like shot in the theaters. But it has slightly better cover art than that one, although it's the same thing where they just took like, you know, one image of this and then just threw another image on the bottom. Sabulos en Espanol and Wildly Funny from Gene Shalit of The Today Show. Corporate Synergy, because that's from NBC, and this is a Universal film, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look, it's the QR code from Cars. I should have put this in the Lightning McQueen player, actually. And this back here, like the description here, is mostly for Bruce Almighty, and not really for Evan Almighty at all. It almost feels like it's doing Evan Almighty a big disservice. Oh, and this is my favorite part of the bootleg here. Look at this. Don't get left behind. Watch Aunt Fanny's all-new animated short with Steve Carell. Blocking Aunt Fanny, ladies and gentlemen. Aunt Fanny's Fanny. Did you know that that character was renamed in the UK version? I'm pretty sure y'all did. But this is from the full screen edition from Robots, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's where they sourced this whole bottom down here from. Pretty impressive. And this is what the disc looks like. So anyways, we're just going to go ahead and put on this bootleg of Evan Almighty just because we can, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Piranha Plant. What did I tell you, Piranha Plant? What did I tell you? We're not going to watch Freakier Friday in this video, please. Oh, we got Miss Rachel over there. Go sit over there, please. Please. Unless you want to watch Evan Almighty with me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Are you one for Steve Carell, Piranha Plant? Are you one for the likes of Morgan Freeman? Probably. Or maybe this is just a DVD rip. Making some weird noise in there, actually. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, please. Oh no, is this one not gonna work? You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Let me try this again. Let me try this again. Maybe there's something not right about the way I inserted that in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I get comments all the time. You gotta be more careful, Trevin. You gotta put your disc in better, Trevin. Needless to say, I'm very disappointed. I am very disappointed. But it does have Spanish subtitles. It's like, yeah, if you wanted to watch Evan Almighty in not great quality and with Spanish subtitles, then there you go. This totally makes up for it, ladies and gentlemen. Just totally great. That's it. I was a little disappointed, actually, because even the other bootleg, at least that had like some trailers on it and stuff. You know, I expected a lot more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I found this bootleg of The Internship. This is the back here. The only thing that really sticks out is this PG for brief mild language thing right there, and that's about it. But really, in hindsight, it's really just the menu I actually wanted to show you. It's weird that they have signatures on there. I don't think that was on the official poster. But I really wanted to show you the menu on this thing, because that's really the most exciting thing about it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the good thing is that I actually did go through the manual a little bit. So the good thing is that we can access the menu by sort of a weird kind of funky function. So basically, like, in order for me to do this, I have to hold both down the home and the stop button as soon as you see like the Fisher-Price logo, and there you go. You have, you know, the menu for like the brightness and the, you know, screen setup and all that stuff. Let's see, screensaver on. Let's see, TV type. I'm gonna click 16:9. I don't know what that does. It's kind of like, you know, it's not exactly as, you know, proficient as, you know, a DVD, like DVD settings should be. And obviously this doesn't come with a remote. I mean, this was obviously made for like portable usage. It's kind of weird how you have to do that, like, as soon as you see the Fisher-Price logo. Let's see, I'm trying to see if they have like any kind of like parental settings as far as like, you know, as far as like adjusting whether or not, you know, like, okay, so it doesn't look like there's any kind of parental settings on the actual device itself, but we definitely will test those parental settings later on.
No! Try Fat Burger from now on. You get yourself a double cheese with fries for $2.95, faggot. I like the tuna here. Bullshit, asshole. No one likes the tuna here. Yeah, well, I do.
Alright, time for some more mediocre at best content from Trevin Reed. We have this bootleg DVD of Brick. Yes, from Rian Johnson. Yeah, this is what he did before Star Wars, kids. And this is from the Paramount Special Collector's Edition, but this is a Focus Features film, so how could that be, ladies and gentlemen? How could that be? Wow. Wow. Yeah. Totally great. Brick. Hey, do you remember Break a Brick from the TV Go-Go? Yeah. And all this stuff down here is taken from Unleashed with Jet Li, which is a pretty good movie, by the way, as I've once said. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and put it in this Fisher-Price DVD player, because why not? Oh wow, we got some Rick Ross. So there's the chapters menu. And for bonus features, we got Kelly Clarkson's Walk Away and LL Cool J Control Myself. Let me see if I can try to play the movie. Let's see what the quality looks like.
Come back.
I didn't even go to the beginning. Hold on. Hold on.
Papa, come back.
Hold on. Let me go to the beginning. It has that same thing, like that Kung Fu Panda bootleg. I can't pause it on this thing because there's no like slow motion or anything like that. Yep. And look, the Focus Features logo is actually in focus, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm coming to the gripping realization with this bootleg that this bootleg of Brick, even though the picture quality is just sort of like mediocre, I can't talk about the audio quality because there is no audio quality, ladies and gentlemen. This bootleg is silent. Yes, this whole bootleg is silent. And don't worry, I put this bootleg in my PlayStation in the same thing. Alright, this bootleg just has no audio on it at all. They forgot to put the audio on this bootleg DVD of Brick. They just simply forgot to put the audio. You know, it's like we got the video, but no audio. So I guess in these cases you just have to use your imagination while you're watching this film. You know, you just have to use your imagination, or you just have to mime out everything. So you got, you know, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like knocking on a car here. I guess he's like asking for money or something like that. You know, I guess this guy's like a gangster because he's wearing like a t-shirt and he has like a white cap, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And he's driving a car. And I guess like now like and then the screen turns to black. Again, I don't know what's going on. Oh wait, that was somebody in the trunk? Okay. So there's somebody in the trunk. I think that's supposed to be Joseph Gordon-Levitt. See, with this bootleg, you can't really tell because it's got like a blue tint to it, which I guess is how the film looks. I've never seen this film, by the way. Rian Johnson, the director of Knives Out. Yep. So we have this character. Let's see. Yep, no audio. There's still no audio, and that's the whole bootleg, no audio. So now, you know, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he like throws this clock and it shatters. And then like there's like some broken glass or something. And then this lady, I guess, is like mad at him, is like chasing him around. She like trips. What am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, this is like a big waste of my time. I mean, these bootleggers forgot to put audio on this bootleg. And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he just looks menacingly.
This fact, we French know.
Alright, well let's...
The best food in the world is made in France. The best food in France is made in Paris.
Alright, well I guess the only thing to do is to go to those music videos.
Every day I'm hustling.
Yep, and we got that Kelly Clarkson music video with no audio. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess you just got the visuals. You know, so while you're at it with, like, you know, watching the movie Brick, you also can sing along to Kelly Clarkson's Walk Away, ladies and gentlemen. Marvelous. Wait.
Every day I'm hustling.
Music's kind of unfitting for this,
Every day I'm hustling.
Oh, but look, the LL Cool J video still has audio in it, which I have to turn down. So even though the movie Brick and the Kelly Clarkson video don't have audio, the LL Cool J video has audio in it. You know, my favorite LL Cool J song is that Shark song in Deep Blue Sea, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So let's recap. So, this menu has audio, some Rick Ross, and LL Cool J. So Rick Ross and LL Cool J are the only two things that have audio on this bootleg on this bootleg of Brick. I mean, the bootleggers, I mean, they couldn't even have been bothered to add subtitles. I mean, at least if you have subtitles, you got something to read. Like I said, you just have to use your imagination. You just have to mime out everything when you're watching this bootleg of Brick, you know? Yeah, some mediocre at best content from Trevin Reed, ladies and gentlemen. Totally great. Let's continue the mediocrity with Buena Vida Delivery. Now, if I were in a different reality, I would probably say Buena Vista, because for some reason I have this intense hyperfixation on the Buena Vista television logo. I have no idea where that came from, but you ever wonder why I spend a lot of time alone? It's because of stuff like that, ladies and gentlemen. But I've never heard of this movie. I assume this is kind of in the same, you know, leagues of that film East is East that I watched recently. Which that movie East is East has domestic violence in it. That shit was like really off guard in that movie. Like, it's not like watching like a movie that's sold as a comedy and then like all of a sudden you're just watching this movie, this alleged comedy, and like all of a sudden domestic violence is involved. Although that movie is a better movie about domestic violence than that Blake Lively one, which I can't believe I'm saying that.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, great. Oh yeah, one of the things about the Fisher-Price, DVD player is that the only way to power it on, or at least for me, is with the AC adapter. But the AC adapter that it comes with is really worn out. So I've had this happen a couple of times where it's just stomped on the middle. You know, where it's just stomped in the middle. Okay, I don't know exactly if this is a bootleg, or if this is just a DVD rip. It probably is most likely a DVD rip. I mean, it's got like all kinds of animation and stuff. Yep, some more mediocre at best content from Trevin Reed. Just looking at a DVD menu of a movie that, let's see, we can put some English subtitles. As far as I know, I can't change the audio of any sorts. So I'm just going to show you a clip of this movie, just for prosperity's sake. Again, I've never heard of this movie. That looks good. Is that churros?
Lo mínimo que puedo hacer es prepararte un lindo desayuno. ¿Y qué? ¿Vas siempre con la motito?
That looks like some good breakfast.
Gente cómoda, pero por lo menos no te tenés que quejar porque tenés trabajo. ¿Sabés que es? Tener trabajo sí que es una bendición hoy en día. Es una bendición. El trabajo es una bendición.
See? Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos or create I have a feeling what to do, right? Give me one. I'm feeling woozy here.
Let's just say that, you know, I'm in a scenario where I just happen to have this DVD player and I don't have any other DVD players, but I am a huge fan of Kevin Smith. So, will my DVD of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back work in here? Will it?
All you motherfuckers are gonna pay. You are the ones who are the ball lickers. We're gonna fuck your mothers while you watch and cry like little whiny bitches. Once we get to Hollywood and find those Miramax fucks who's making the movie, we're gonna make them eat our shit, then shit out our shit, and then eat their shit that's made up of our shit that we made them eat. And then all you motherfucks are next. Love, Jay and Silent Bob.
Alright, so as we are watching Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I think this is a decent demonstration to demonstrate some of the basic functionalities. So you do have the volume, and the volume is actually not that loud on this system. The good thing is that you do have the contrast, which is also, you know, this button here. That's pretty cool. You know? You could stop the movie. You could play the film. In order for you to fast forward and rewind, though, you have to actually hold down the button. Because if you just press it, then it goes to the next chapter. And you know, that becomes really frustrating if you do that, you know, by accident or by mistake. You do have pause. You don't have like any slow motion or anything like that, and there's like, as far as I know, no actual settings while you're watching the film. I'm afraid to click home because I'm afraid that that's going to bring up some other screen, or that's going to send me back to the DVD menu. Yep, and that does send me back to the DVD menu as I anticipated. And it sends me right back to the beginning of the film. That's just great. And the fast forward, like, you literally have to be careful because as soon as you let go, it just automatically plays the chapter. So it's one of those things where you don't want to click it twice, otherwise, you know, you'll end up skipping to the next chapter by mistake.
Hey, mommy. What's up, baby?
What's your problem, nigga? You didn't win.
Fuck you then.
Oh, and it just froze. It just froze, ladies and gentlemen. That's great. So, there's really, like, not much to say about both of these presentations of Good Burger because obviously they're both from the same source, which is from the 2003 DVD of Good Burger. And, you know, here on the Cubby, it's got, like, a dimness to it, which is expected, because I think the Cubby, kind of like the Lightning McQueen, or not the Lightning McQueen player, the PBS Kids DVD player has, like, that greenish tint to it, whereas this has, like, the colors are a lot more brighter here, you know, and probably because this is obviously from the natural source, which is the DVD itself, whereas this is a decompression of that same DVD of Good Burger, is what I'm trying to say, ladies and gentlemen, because there's really, like, not much to say about this presentation. Both of these are pretty evenly matched as far as the picture quality. You know, and obviously with this being a smaller screen, it looks a little bit more better because you don't see the imperfections of the DVD. You know, if you were to watch this on a bigger screen, you know, you'd see a lot more of the imperfections. Are you enjoying this 3D presentation of Shrek 3D on the Fisher-Price Kid Tough DVD player, Piranha Plant? Yeah, you know something, Piranha Plant? I have a headache too. But that's all the intent of this 3D, is just to give you one big fat migraine after it's all said and done. I mean, how do you guys see the 3D? I mean, can you guys see the 3D here? I mean, how does this look? Are you guys able to see Shrek 3D? The presentation on both of these devices, I would say, is pretty evenly matched, ladies and gentlemen. Because to be honest, like I said, you know, there really isn't like a huge upstick in the quality of this, except for this being obviously digital, and this being VHS, you know? Because honestly, the colors don't even look that bad. I mean, obviously this has like a little bit of a dimness to it, but like, honestly, even with the brighter, you know, like image here, it still doesn't look that much better than, you know, what it looked initially here. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah, and they're also on the VHS, there are bloopers. And these bloopers are only exclusive to the VHS. They're not on the DVD for some reason. I just do not understand that at all.
What are you doing?
The origin of basketball was in my driveway. It started out just a couple of us playing, and when somebody couldn't make it, somebody else would substitute, and more people kind of were drawn into the game, and they insisted on playing all the time, so we decided to have a couple of tournaments. We had a big championship game at TV stations in LA.
Okay, so Piranha Plant has a question. They wonder if they can watch Little Nicky because they love Adam Sandler as much as they love Blue's Clues.
Here comes probably
Wow.
one of the biggest roars.
The biggest roar. What a day it was when.
If you saw the movie in a full theater.
What
which I
a
don't
day
think
it
a lot
was
of you
when
did.
Adam Sandler came up with the Ozzy joke. With an assist from Smigel.
Yeah, Smigel assisted me.
But we used to have it in Times Square, and the ball dropped a note that said, "Play catch with your brother," or "Give your brother a hug," and you could see we were struggling. Oh yes.
Laughs every single day. But I don't even know how you came up with this straight improv right there.
I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever been to a movie theater and you've had an audience react this crazily, especially to a movie like Johnson's Family Vacation. But boy, they seem to be having a really good time watching a film of this fabric. Because you really could just barely hear the audio. It's like the audience is just like screaming like crazy. It's almost like fascinating in a way. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I would be very honest, for a comparison video, this really isn't giving me much to work with, because I'm gonna tell you, this Fisher-Price DVD player is actually really cool. I mean, honestly, it feels like you're on a roller coaster than actually watching Johnson's Family Vacation. You know, you go to like a roller coaster like Six Flags or something, and it's got this kind of reaction. That's what it's like. You know, it's like the Johnson's Family Vacation ride at Disneyland. And that's basically just the equivalent of listening to this audience. I mean, because, like I said, the audience reaction is so loud. Like, it is like insane. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever been to a movie where audiences have reacted this loudly to a film. I mean, I don't know if you guys have ever had that, but, you know, if you have, I'd be very interested. But I'm going to be honest, like, really doing a comparison thing is kind of pointless, and I'll tell you why. Because I actually think this Fisher-Price DVD player is really cool. And to be fair, there's not really much to compare it to because the screen is so tiny. I mean, the screen is just so tiny. It's like they just shrunk the screen down. And everything looks better by a result because the screen's smaller, so you don't see nearly as many imperfections with the DVD, you know, on a screen this small. So all these DVDs look pretty darn solid on this thing. You know, the DVDs run decently. It plays VCDs, actually. I tested that off camera, so the VCDs work. I mean, sure, I don't got DTS, but again, it plays VCDs, it plays CDs. So really, in hindsight, there's really not much to talk about with this. I mean, sure, we're gonna do the Ryan's World thing, but there really isn't much to talk about here.
The clownfish is the winner! We did it! Look at us! Tori?
Less than 30 seconds. The Ryan's World player is a pretty decent player where the colors are overlit because of the backlight, and the colors here I think are decent, but I also feel like the screen, I don't know, it makes everything look smooth for some reason. Something about this has that smoothish look to it, and I don't really like that. I think it underestimates the detail and clarity of this DVD of Lion King 1.5. You know, whereas the D-Tone clarity here on the Roswell player is pretty decent, in spite of how blown out the colors are. So you know what? This is actually going to be the one I prefer of these two. Yay, I guess.
Can I talk to you? You know something, pig fucker? Can I call you pig fucker? No, only my friends can call me pig fucker.
It's the final race of the year. It's the most dangerous and it's our last chance. This is it if you want to go to the Grand Prix. This is it. Are you sure you're ready to race these jackals? But wait, what am I thinking? Of course you're ready. There's no way you can lose. Is there?
Actually, I don't know how much of this I can show you guys, because I do know the music is copywritten. How many players? Of course there's only one player. I mean, how are you going to play with multiple DVD remotes? Okay, so we can play a Speed, Racer X, or that character. I'm going to play a Speed. Choose your level, easy, medium, hard, or mystery. What kind of difficulty is mystery? What is that? Wii stall? Anyways, I'm playing on easy because I don't know how this game is played, so. Okay, so we can do. Let's see how they play this game. Let's see how you play this game. Is it like the Spy Kids 3D one?
To start, let's begin with the rules in this road rally. Oh wait, there are no rules. That's why it's so dangerous. Race through the intricate network of columns as you try to avoid the dirtiest racers around and the colossal collisions they will cause. Wait for the on-screen indicator and press the left and the right directional buttons to stay away from any jokers who get too close. Press the enter button to engage your jump jacks and help you leap over any crashes that get in your way.
Okay, I wonder what's the enter button on here, because this doesn't have an enter button. You know? So I'm pretty limited in that regard. I mean, I guess like the pause is the enter. So anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to play one of these races. Let's see, can I actually do this on this thing? Yes, I'm sure. Just let me play the darn game, please.
Come on, get around these jackals.
Wait, hold on. Which button was I supposed to press? Oh. Well, that's great. We lost. That's great. Let's try that again.
Sure you're ready for this round? There's no turning back now. Come on, get around these jackals.
Okay, there we go.
Watch out, Skunk's on your left.
Okay. See, I don't know entirely, like, you know, I'm hitting the button, but I don't know how long it takes before it registers, you know? Because I'm hitting the button like multiple times, and again, like, I just don't know. It's not like that Spy Kids 3D one where it's like, you know, as soon as you press it, it like registers. Because all you do here is like hit the button. And I don't know if it's because I'm playing it on easy mode, and that's like, you know. Yeah, probably because I am playing this on the easy mode, it's probably making the game a lot more easier than it needs to be, I guess. But hey, we did it, we did it. Let me see if I could go back to the home screen.
Where dirty drivers are sure to try some sneaky moves. Keep your eyes open and be ready.
Alright, never mind. Let's just go to the next race. I guess we're just going to play this on easy mode, you know? We're just playing this Speed Racer DVD game on easy mode.
Nice moves. You avoided that hammer smash.
Is that it?
That was a close call, Steve.
Well, that's it?
Time for a pit stop to recharge and get ready for the last leg of the race.
I must have glitched it or something. Well, not glitched it, but like I must have just skipped through the next race. Unless if that's all you had to do was just hit the enter button and that was it. I mean, that was very easy if that were if that was the case.
Dirty drivers. Long
supposed to do here, actually? I wonder what's going on with the PBS Kids DVD player. You gotta love this absolutely blurry image that they used for this DVD menu, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love it. See, we got Ba-Bump by Black Eyed Peas. That's what they're using. See if I get this working. I don't know what's going on with this. It's making some weird noise in there. Hold on. What the hell?
The best Christmas present.
It's making some weird noise.
All wrapped up with
Let's try that again.
Or maybe it was a wise woman. I usually think that. Like this guy.
Anyways, let me see the previews on this in the meanwhile. Let's see what the previews are. Oh look, Supercross and Just Like Heaven, ladies and gentlemen. Did you really expect anything else from this bootleg DVD to have any kind of different previews at all? So anyways, we'll just look at those previews real quick. I don't know what's going on with this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is. This disc of Underclassmen doesn't want to load on here. I guess it's kind of a telling sign of the fact that this disc of Underclassmen is not cooperating in this PBS Kids DVD player. And trust me, it's not the player itself, it must be the disc, because I put another disc in and it worked just fine. So I'm going to see if this disc works in there. I'm going to just swap the disc and see if this is going to work. See if this disc works in here. Okay, well it does load in the Wani. Okay. See if it loads in the. See if this disc loads in the PBS Kids one. Okay. Well, I guess that's all I have to do. I just have to swap the disc. There you go. There's your bootleg DVD menu, ladies and gentlemen. They're the exact bootleg. I actually was kind of disappointed. I thought one of these was going to be a DVD rip, to be honest with you. The chapters menu. This is what the chapters menu looks like on here. Let me find the note here. Yeah, it does the same thing. Let's see, so. Yep, so it's the same exact menus, same exact everything for both of these bootlegs of Underclassmen starring Nick Cannon. So I guess now it's a good time to go in and actually have to sit through, or in some cases suffer through, this movie. If we possibly can. If I possibly can. You know, there's nothing more amazing when you're trying to do like a bootleg comparison and this one keeps freezing, ladies and gentlemen. You know something, I don't know why I do this. I really don't know why I do this, ladies and gentlemen. It's real depressing to me that I can't get one video right. You know, I don't understand this. By the way, I gotta tell you, this bootleg is pretty crappy, but to be honest, it doesn't seem like the movie fares much better. So I think the viewing experiences of Underclassmen doesn't go beyond this bootleg DVD. Not that you really were going to make much reservations to watch this film. I mean, the audio, I guess, isn't that terrible. But now I understand why this thing didn't work in the PBS Kids one. This one said no. The Wani at least tried. Screw it. God damn it. Okay, well, Piranha Plant decided to put on a little princess on this thing, so we're still gonna try to continue with bootleg stuff. We got Medea Goes to Jail here, the unrated extended edition, or version, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This time they're from the joint, or going, I guess, with JT written on the front cover here. Totally riveting stuff. Now, ladies and gentlemen, is it just me, or does this bootleg resemble a sequel to a stoner comedy. Oh wow. Wow, look, it's Harold and Kumar. Wow. Is it that they took the backing from Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay and just put Medea on it? Well, let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at these riveting special features. So it includes both the unrated and theatrical versions. Oh wow, a commentary and another commentary. Oh wow, the real Harold Lee and the guy that plays George W. Bush. I don't remember George W. Bush from Medea Goes to Jail. Now, do you? I remember Dr. Phil. I wonder where Feathers McGraw is actually.
Hey, I don't have to do for shit tonight, and I'll have to do a little mix-up we had last weekend, ladies. All right. Good luck,
First of all, ain't nothing wrong with it. Secondly, I'm not angry. Okay? I'm not angry. You should be angry.
What's weird about this bootleg? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'm hearing some kind of like Darth Vader breathing. I guess Darth Vader filmed this bootleg of Medea Goes to Jail, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's pretty noticeable. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I actually did see this movie in the theaters, Medea Goes to Jail. And here's what the disc looks like from 2009 February. So this has to be shot in the theaters, which I'm going to assume has some pretty good audience reactions. I don't know how much of this I can show you because, as I've mentioned before, Tyler Perry is quite a copyright fiend, so he doesn't like anybody showcasing clips of his films on YouTube. You gotta love how that person's just right in the way. And the camera's like real zoomed in too. The camera's like really zoomed, like it's fixated into like one position. I wonder if they end up adjusting it. Yeah, Medea Goes 2. That's a great movie title, Medea Goes 2. Yay. Totally right in the front of the lens.
You had a colonoscopy in this same day. I thought that fool said Coca-Cola. He was making my
Don't you love African American films on bootleg DVDs, ladies and gentlemen? They're always full of some of the best audience reactions. You know, I guess that's one of the greatest reasons to be black, is you get just such wonderful audience reactions. It's almost like being at the theaters, ladies and gentlemen. You get it at home for $5 on the street corner. I mean, there you go. You come home with like Medea Goes to Jail for your whole family to watch and a big old bag of Coke. So here's the major problem with this bootleg, ladies and gentlemen. While the audio, I would say, is pretty decent, it's clear, the visuals suffer from an intense amount of cutoff because you miss actually a lot of visual gags in this movie. There's a lot of cutoff. There's a lot of, you know, actors that aren't in the frame. If you saw in that Dr. Phil scene where I showed the clip. But like in this scene in particular, you can't even see the comedy. So you're like, well, what the heck am I looking at? You can't even see the Kmart product placement here because the camera isn't fixated to where you need to see, you know, the scenario of how everything's happening in place. So in those cases, you have to use your imagination. Yeah, that was a really weird transition that they put in this bootleg of Medea Goes to Jail. Look at that. Like, if you didn't know any better, you just think that this was in the movie. That was like really strange, ladies and gentlemen. It's kind of interesting seeing this. HD theatrical trailer, music of Maximum Overdrive, AC/DC meeting of Stephen King, and Fangoria Scan 56. Alright. Oh, and there's no artwork on this disc, ladies and gentlemen. No artwork. Alright.
I think I love you. Don't do this. I think I love you. Isn't that what life is made of?
Oh no. 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 No, don't do this.
I think I love you.
No.
I'm afraid that I'm not sure.
No. Oh no. Oh no. Why?
I know
take it anymore. Stop. Stop. Alright, I don't know what else to do in this video. Alright, let's look at this bootleg of Vitas. Again, another movie I've never heard of, ladies and gentlemen. So this one also looks like a DVD rip. Uh-oh, any commercial use or duplication of this copyrighted material without prior licensing is forbidden. I wonder if they did get proper licensing before they made this bootleg. Quality. Quality Films. Okay, Quality Films brings us Vitas. I guess that's the big deal. I've never seen this logo in my entire life, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys couldn't see that. It said like, it was like a countdown. And it looks like we got an anti-piracy ad, which I find super ironic on this bootleg. That's super ironic. And that says this isn't anti-piracy. I mean, these kids like looks freaked out too. Like it's like, man, we shouldn't be watching this. I mean, again, I guess I'm just making up the words. Or just trying to make out what's going on.
That 55 men signed the Declaration of Independence.
And then they just walk away. It's like, oh, you guys aren't gonna finish your movie? Maybe it was bad. Maybe it's telling you don't watch crappy movies. I don't know. I have no idea. But I mean, it's weird that like there's an anti-piracy ad on this bootleg DVD. It's like, you know, that's like pure irony. It's like they still bootleg the movie anyways on this DVD. So this is another one that's like a real DVD. Again, mediocre content from Trevin Reed, ladies and gentlemen. You know, mediocre at best. I don't even know if mediocre, if this even qualifies as mediocre. So I guess this is like a scene selection. Here we go. Configuration. Okay. So thing is, I don't know if it has English on here though. I don't think it has English. I don't think this has English. You can't select the subtitles, you know, while you're watching the movie on the Fisher-Price Kid Tough player. So you have to always go back to the menu, which gets really annoying because it's one of those things where it's like, well,
Sorry, aber ich habe mich entschieden. Stand mit Wien oder Claudia?
well, you always have to go to the you always have to go back to the home page. You know what's funny? The bootleggers, at the back of the bootleg, says Inglos audio. But there's only like 3 audio tracks. And you have to sit through this animation again, man. This is like the days when they always just had animation on like every single DVD. You just always had to sit through this animation every single time you wanted to do something. Okay, well, there's a stereo, and there's 5.1 surround, so maybe that's in English.
Sorry, aber ich habe mich entschieden. Was ist damit gegen meine Karriere? Vielleicht ist es meine Karriere. Sogar die Fachleute sagen es. Jetzt oder nie.
Still no English. Still no English. I'm not. I'm not bilingual, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm not that good with other languages. I'm not even that good at my native language. I have so many speech impediments, I get very concerned. I mean, I don't even know if a movie like this you necessarily need dialogue. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of music involved. Gosh, you gotta wait through that DVD animation. Oh, you don't have to wait through it. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like there's any English audio, so I think I'm just gonna call this one a loss too. Yay! Mediocre clarinet player content. Oh, so that's what you thought of Happy Gilmore 2. Really wonderful, Piranha Plant. You know what? I still haven't watched K-Pop Demon Hunters. You know, I know everybody's been talking about it. I mean, the only movie I saw recently was Freakier Friday because I saw the first Freaky Friday in the theater. They're here because I destroyed that bootleg of Are We There Yet last week. So, because the Sony Pictures Police are here, ladies and gentlemen, that means I'm going to show them all of the bootleg DVDs I got here. Look at this. Burn DVDs. 49 cents each, as is. So, that means a lot of these probably don't even work. That's okay. Oh, look at this cover for Valkyrie with Tom Cruise. Well, look at this cover. Have you ever seen this on an actual DVD of the film Valkyrie? Have you ever seen this cover? Haven't. I'm just curious. You know, I'm not making fun of anything. Yeah, so we got Valkyrie there on bootleg with Tom Cruise, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's favorite Tom Cruise. So let's go ahead and put that back in there. There we go. There we go. I'm going to flip this over. Now, I'm not looking for anything in particular here because I'm pretty sure that a lot of these are like DVD rips. So I'm pretty sure a lot of these aren't even like worth my time to go through, to be honest with you, as far as like the disc are concerned. I mean, you guys all remember the bootleg bin I had. A lot of those were like DVD rips mixed in with like, you know, non-existent menus. Actually, a lot of those were shot in the theater. So, you know, and it has the first two Spider-Mans. Oh, it's got the Dark Knight here. What does this say? What's this tagline? What is this tagline? Welcome to a world without rules. What does that mean? Welcome to a world without rules. So there's just no rules? Did the rules book from the Fairly Odd Parents get stolen or something like that? And I love these critical blurbs. Nothing short of dazzling. An impressive combination of whiz-bang effects and character-deft touches from Sean Edler of MTV, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the credits look accurate, but again, I think that this is just going to be a DVD rip. I don't think that this is going to be anything special. You know, I'm not looking for anything super duper crazy. I'm going to put some of these in because I just got these today, fresh off the presses, ladies and gentlemen. Just got these today. And don't worry, they didn't individually go through and look at all of them. I mean, as they said all as is. Like, as is means that these probably aren't even the right movie. I mean, they probably are just DVD rips. Oh, I don't even remember that from the old DVD. Wow. Okay, so the volume's all the way up. Okay, let's go to English. Oh, wow, we got a trailer. Wow, trailer time here at the Bootleg DVD Menu Show. Wow, for DreamWorks Animation, Madagascar 2. Wow. Well, this is because the PBS Kids DVD player is playing this at a very low frame rate, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta shut that down. But yeah, Madagascar 2. That's what I'm thinking of when I bought The Dark Knight. You know, even though that this is a DreamWorks film and this is a Warner Brothers film, The Dark Knight right here. I remember when this came out, just the massive hype with The Dark Knight. You just could not get away from this movie. It was like everywhere. And that was awesome. That was awesome. But anyways, we got Madagascar 2. Let's see, let's fast forward. Okay, then it just starts off with The Dark Knight, which looks like a cam rip, actually. And the frame rates are so bad. Oh wow. Well, look at that property. So it's like a bootleg screener copy of The Dark Knight. You gotta love how you're watching this amazing action on the PBS Kids DVD player. I mean, there's some wonderful frame rates right here. Yep. I mean, just look at this action here on the PBS Kids DVD player. I mean, this just looks impressive, right? And this screener is also dated too. If you can see the date there, it's August 15th of 2008. I don't think I've seen that on the screener. And just for prosperity's sake, I decided to capture some logos on this PBS Kids DVD player, just so that I don't get asked about it. But this menu is deceptive, ladies and gentlemen, because you can't click on any of this stuff here. Just the English and Spanish option. Deceptive. Absolutely deceptive. That makes me mad. Makes me angry. The Spanish option also has a trailer for Madagascar 2, and also a filmed in theaters version of The Dark Knight, as far as the audio, but you can barely hear it. It's super quiet. Yeah, that's enough of that.
Don't recruit you. Some of your personal stains require pounded
Here's
with
the
a
next
rock.
page. It has Born in East LA, Marley and Me, Big Stand.
Race music.
I always think about, like, every time I think about this movie, I always think about free movies on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. And Cat Williams' Internet Dating, which I saw a really funny YouTube review on years ago. Oh, wow. Wow. Meet Dave and Eddie Murphy, ladies and gentlemen. Some more Eddie Murphy here to make me die. Well, not this movie. Oh, wow. And Disney Movie Rewards, which there are none in here. What? There are no Disney Movie Rewards in here? Oh, yeah, meet Dave, ladies and gentlemen. And these are credits for Dr. Dolittle, Tell of the Chief. This back here looks really blurry. It looks like I'm like out of focus, but this back, like, this is just how blurry the cover or the back is here. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put that disc of Meet Dave in here. Oh boy, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, bonus features. Let's go. Let me see. Did I turn the audio up all the way? Yes, the audio's up all the way. Let's go. I'm hitting the down button. Are you telling me that you can't go to scenes and bonus features? Did they lie to us again on these bootleg DVDs? Oh, they couldn't have, could they? Oh no, but we got Meet Dave. We got Meet Dave. So anyways, while these fellers are over here occupied and brainwashed by Eddie Murphy's comedic talent here at Meet Dave, I'm gonna go through and look through some more bootlegs, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a lot that I need to cover in this video, otherwise this video will never come out. Anyways, we got Unthinkable Something, or Something Like a Boss. I didn't even see the Like a Boss. I thought the movie was just called Something Business. And we got Marmaduke, another bootleg of Marmaduke. Oh wow, Wild Things Foursome. I'm pretty sure that looks horrible. I mean, like, this doesn't even look like a real movie. I was looking at this one. Ladies and gentlemen. I better turn the audio down a little bit before I get some copyright thing, just for, you know, that blurb. But I was looking at this. Get Smart. Uncorked edition, longer, wilder, and funnier, which is clearly from Wedding Crashers. That back. Oh wow, this is just from Red Eye. Wow, this is like that Next Era bootleg. They just took the back from Red Eye and just, you know, changed the pictures. Wow. Oh, wow. Let's see if this one's going to work. Let's see if this is going to work, ladies and gentlemen. So, no more Meet Dave. No more Eddie Murphy for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. There's no more Eddie Murphy. Maybe I'll return back with Daddy Daycare since that's Columbia Pictures. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this bootleg of Get Smart in there. Let's see if it actually has Get Smart. Does it have The Hangover? Or does it have Wedding Crashers? Let's see. Will you guys be in for a surprise? Will you guys be in for like a massive surprise? Or is this just one of those things that's just like completely normal? And there you go. You got the menu to Get Smart. We have play, setup, scene selection, and special features. Let's see. Can we go to any of them? Well, I'm just click OK. Let's see what that takes us. Oh boy, is this Madagascar 2? Let's see. What is it? What is the trailer? Let's see, a trailer for Saw 5, which just feels unfitting. And it looks like we do have Get Smart with Steve Carell. But this looks like another one of those DVD rip kind of bootlegs. It's weird how they just put their own custom trailers before it, though.
And bear in mind that the next 100 pages can get a little bit dry.
Alright, we got Robin Hood, we got Bad Cop, Machete, Killers, Pineapple Express, From the Guys Who Brought You Superbad, Babel, Scorpion, and Bandanas, ladies and gentlemen. So we're not going to be watching that one today, unfortunately. Yeah. So, let's see, we got both of the Punishers. We got Through the Valley. And we got the Long Shots. Ooh, Beverly Hills Chihuahua, ladies and gentlemen. Why not Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Why not? Especially when they took the back from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Well, a non-stop thrill ride. Yes, that's what I think of when I think of Raja Gosnell's Beverly Hills Chihuahua as a non-stop thrill ride, ladies and gentlemen. Better or worse than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? I don't know. Is it better than Dial of...
Alright guys, unfortunately, because the video I made didn't come out correctly on any website that I uploaded it on, which was 2, I have to do this again. Bootlegs again. For everyone's pleasure. Yeah. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Ever get?
The Incredibles.
Alright, and how do you spot this bootleg? Well, first of all, what's this? That's the credits of the movie on the cover. Most DVDs don't have this anymore, which, I mean that's like old VHS days, you know, when they used to have the credits on the cover. They don't really do that anymore. You know why? Because that's usually on the back of the DVD, but it's not. And if there are no credits, then it's usually like a Disney movie or something. And there's a spine, which looks okay. I mean, picture of Shrek. Yeah. Yeah, there's text, which, you know, a regular DVD has. You know, there's a tagline or so, little quote. No critical blurbs. Pictures, you know, every bootleg, DVD has them. You know, runtime. You know, all the cool stuff. 2004. Stock number. DVDs usually have those. DVD logo. Canadian rating, which American DVDs have. Studio. Copyright. But the copyright is for Good Boy. Yeah, Good Boy. You remember that movie about the dogs? Yeah, they used the copyright from that. And also, you can read what copyright for what DVD is. Yeah, and that's how you can tell it's bootleg. But also, some of these bootlegs have like, is for Good Boy. Yeah, Good Boy. You remember that movie about the dogs? Yeah, they used the copyright from that. And also, you can read what copyright for what DVD is. Yeah, and that's how you can tell it's bootleg. But also, some of these bootlegs have like, ISBN numbers, which this one doesn't, so if they have one of those, you know, you could probably check it from there, like the barcode or something, you know, and see which one it is. And look at that. Yeah, that's a great disc. I mean, no art at all. None. Just no art. Yeah, they're just getting unoriginal these days with DVDs makings, aren't they? You know? But yeah, I already showed this on my bootleg DVD menu video Like I said, it's the same as the Shrek 2, like the real one, but the problem is you can't access any of the bonus features. You could go to the scene selection and you could access only the English audio. You could turn on the subtitles if you want, but you can't access the special features, like I said. So yeah, next bootlegger got Garfield. Yeah, look at that tagline, but look, credits. There again, there's credits. Yeah, credits again. Yeah, they got a tagline right there. Spine looks alright. Let's turn this way for some reason. Spine looks okay. They have some pictures. They list the genre, which is kind of different, because unless if it's like a Lionsgate or New Line DVD, they normally don't put the genre, you know? Yeah, this is text. It has a release date, which is pretty interesting. I mean, most DVDs don't usually put the release date. But check this out. It's PG for brief mild language right here, but then down here, it's PG for mild crude humor. So, which one is which? Like, is it both? I mean, they got one distributor, 20th Century Fox. But check this out. MGM, and also, check this out. Columbia. Not Columbia, because Columbia is spelled B-I-A, not L-O-M-B-I-A, you know? Look at that. Pictures, you know? Where's the I in pictures? Is there supposed to be an I? DVD video. Yeah. It's not Columbia Pictures DVD video, or do they mean Columbia TriStar DVD video? Or home entertainment? No. You know why? Because it's a bootleg. Alright? Those companies, MGM and Columbia TriStar, did not release this film in the United States of America, as far as I'm concerned. In any state, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if they released it internationally, but they might have had. You know? So that's spot one. What company put it out? And I assume it's 20th Century Fox, because it's in the credits. But then it's also right here. So which one's which? You know? And check who it stars. Liz Wilson. That's a character in the film, by the way. Not an actual actress, as far as I'm concerned. You know? I mean, yeah, that's a character in the film who's played by Jennifer Love Hewitt, by the way, so yeah, they messed that up pretty bad. You know? And also, the film didn't come out in 2003. It came out in 2004. At least that's what it says up here. What the fuck? Like, what the hell? I mean, why would they mess up so bad? Why would they mess up so bad on making a DVD correctly, you know? Just crazy. But you know what? It also uses the same copyright from the Shrek 2 bootleg. Check this out. It's still good, boy. So they use the same copyright. Remarkable. But yeah, I also looked at this on my bootleg menu video. Yeah, we did a magic trick. I didn't even know it did that. It was unprepared. We basically just pressed play on the DVD player and it like didn't even play. Just, I don't know, but you can see that video. I'll probably leave the link or something. Yep. Alright, so this one I have a story to tell. This next bootleg Simpsons movie. You know? But yeah, I'll tell that story in a sec. But let's look at it for a sec. You know? Let's look at closer inspection. And actually, we can, because I have the actual copy of it. I can get it out. Take a closer look. Now this is the full screen DVD, so I don't know how it differs from the widescreen DVD cover, but check this out. Aspect ratio is right here, but the aspect ratio is up here. Matt Groening signature's right here, but Matt Groening signature's over here. You know? And this, like, critical blur, I only could assume was on an overlay that the DVD had, which this one doesn't, by the way. Like, it was supposed to have, like, a little case over it. But, yeah, so yeah, it's just kind of weird, you know? And this one says, in Espanol, why English? Why is it not spelled Inglos? I mean, it's already, I mean, it says why English, you know, that's poor literacy right there, you know? Like the Spanish pronunciation would be English. And the spines look okay. I mean, the aspect ratio is right there. Title of the movie's right there. That you got Plopper right there. Oh, it looks okay. But then, flip it over. Totally big differences. I mean, yeah, it's special features. Look at this. Commentaries from Matt Groening and others. Spoken languages. English Y.1 surround. English Dolby surround. French Dolby surround. And subtitles. English and Spanish. And scripts. Totally different. You know? Specials over here, however, I mean, yeah, but commentary and director's commentary, so that's two commentaries. They have deleted scenes and a slightly alternate ending, special stuff, and a lot of trailers. So, is this like a special edition? Did I get like a special edition or like a one of those what do you call it? Demo. Yeah, there we go. You get like a demo DVD of the Simpsons movie or something. You know? I mean, and this one has like a description, and this one doesn't. This one is a weird one. It's that it says even if you don't get quote unquote all of the jokes, and admittedly I don't either. Alright everyone, today I decided to do a video of me smashing a DVD that I don't need or want anymore that has forever stained my DVD collection. Only because, I mean, everyone else has seemed to be doing it. Brandon the movie guy started that whole smashing things. And, I mean, this is nothing new for me. I mean, I've done smashing things. I mean, I've smashed a bunch of VHS and DVD that I don't need anymore, like, since 2008. But this is the first one that I'm actually going to film on camera. And that is this stupid bootleg.
The Incredibles.
Because I have the actual copy now. You see this? This is the actual copy, which was printed on September 21st of 2004. Rather than me having this, I got this. And for 10 years of my life having to deal with this crap, it'll rest in peace. Or in pieces. Are you ready? Any final words? No? See anything else? No? Stupid bootleg. Stupid bootleg! Oh, and this artwork? See this artwork? See this artwork? Yeah, there you go. In this case, oh wait, it's got a crack in it.
Not mine.
I don't need this anymore either. Yeah. And there you have it. There you friggin' have it. This is what happens when you lie to me. 8 years old. Or wait, no, I was 7 when I got this. 7 years old. I actually feel really happy now. Because, like I said, I have the real thing. I don't need a bootleg to tell me what to watch. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. It's a little disappointing because this was like just incredibly easy to break.
Hold on a sec, hold on. I got more of these things. Hold on. Oops, I dropped one. Oops. Yippee! Remember that shit? Puss in Boots, the first one. You know what I hate the most is when people say, oh, from the director of Puss in Boots, and then when you hear other people talk about Puss in Boots, they think of The Last Wish. No, they're talking about this movie. That's what they're talking about. I got Turbo, not to be confused with Turbo Man, because I love Jingle All the Way so much. Oh, ooh, Wally on bootleg. Ooh, yes. Megamind. Wallace and Gromit, Crystal Orb. Okay, I can't do anything to that one. No. Wallace and Gromit stays with me. You know what? Screw it. Curious George. Home on the Range. Boondocks. Well, this is actually DVD rip, but whatever. It's still pretty interesting to find this on bootleg. Cars 2. What's in here? Oh, Pets. I wonder what Pets is. I think it's Secret Life of Pets. So, why? Why, Trevin Reed? Why? Look, there are some people who watch my videos that I've learned have not done some great things. And I'm just going to give you guys a fair warning that if this continues, say goodbye. Say goodbye to Mom. Bye, there she goes. Bye, there she goes. The end. The end. All right? Look, 2025, I get it, was a stressful ass year. But look, a lot of y'all need to start taking accountability for a lot of the actions you do on the internet because they may reflect the wrong people. I do not encourage any of that shit on the internet. I got better things to do in my life than be surrounded by any of that. So keep it up. Keep it up, community. Keep it up to the, some of you guys that watch my videos. Just keep it up. Just definitely keep it up, You know, me and Piranha are very upset, by the way. We just do not appreciate the amount of negativity that comes from this community. So say goodbye to this one. It's too bad. It's too bad. I mean, it's too bad I have to say goodbye to this stuff. But you know what? If that's how it's going to be, then just say goodbye. The end. Goodbye. Bye-bye, love.